I'm going to tell you the 5 best Ironmans for first timers. So you want to do an Ironman. I'm Coach Duckworth. In this video, I'm going to tell you my recommendations on the 5 best Ironmans for first timers. Now, full disclosure, every Ironman is hard. If you want to do something easy, go to bingo with your grandma, okay? So let's discuss Santa Rosa.
First on the list is Ironman Santa Rosa. Now, I like this one because of the time of year. It's on May 12th, which is early and great for anyone that's just wanting to get it out of the way and then maybe do some local races. So build that early fitness and then be able to go throughout the whole year trained and ready to go. So I like early Ironmans, especially here in Utah. We get a lot of training inside, a lot of focused training inside, no distractions, and then you can get your race out of the way and do some local races and be in shape. Looking at the course, the swim is a two-lap swim in Lake Sonoma, which is awesome. I love two-lap swims. You can see your fans, and if you need to take a rest, it's easy to take a rest and stretch out and so forth. So I love two-lap swim courses. The bike is not, I would say, on the easier side, but it's definitely not on the harder side. And it's a two-loop course. Not a huge fan of 3-loop courses. 1 loop and 2 loops are great, especially for spectators. That 2-loop is awesome. So definitely a great bike. Not on the easy side, but definitely not the hardest Ironman bike course on the circuit. And then the run. The run looks completely flat. I think the elevation gain is only about 400 feet, if that. Total elevation gain 277. So extremely flat. This is three loops, which is great for spectators. So if you have family coming, it's a great run course. So Santa Rosa is my number 5 first time Ironman. Boulder is my number 4 Ironman for first timers. I did this one last year. Absolutely love this race, and would say that the only disadvantage to this for a first timer may be the altitude. It is around 5,000 to 6,000 feet in altitude, so if you're coming from sea level, that could be difficult for you. Otherwise, a lot of people get worried and think because it's in Boulder that the bike course is really hard, which is not the case. You do swim at the Boulder Reservoir, and temperatures can be warm that time of year because it is a pretty shallow lake, but nothing exciting on the swim, just a normal swim. The bike did change this year, but knowing the area, the bike is extremely fast and just a great bike course. A lot of under 5-hour bike times, which is extremely fast for a bike course. So don't let the location of Boulder hold you back. The bike is extremely fast, and it is 2 loops. Last year it was 3 loops, so they did shorten that, which I like. I don't like 3 loops, so 2 loops is great. And then the run, looks like they're updating the run course now. If it's anything like last year, it was spectacular, and you had a lot of shade. You ran on a pathway by the college campus, and I wouldn't say extremely flat, but nothing to get worried or scared about. The shade was nice, and the only negative to the run is the concrete. You do run on a little concrete, and it can beat up the thighs a little bit more, but Boulder is definitely one to consider. I would highly recommend it this year because rumors have it that it will not be continued through 2018, but again, that is a rumor. So Ironman Boulder is my number 4 Ironman for first timers.
Florida.
My number 3 Ironman for first timers is Ironman Florida. This race is November 3rd, so it's an end of the season race, which could be a positive for a lot of people if they like to not train during the winter and race locally and then end the season with an Ironman. It's always a great strategy, so that could be a positive for a first timer. Looking over the course, the swim is a 2 lap swim in the ocean. It is a beach start. That salt water is always nice to have a little bit more buoyancy, but you do deal with the waves. So that can be intimidating for some first timers. The bike is by far one of the flattest and fastest bike courses on the circuit. I believe a few years ago or last year, the Ironman bike course record was broken on this course, and this is a 1 loop course. So if you want something fast, it's less than 1,000 feet, which is just absolutely crazy. It's probably an overpass you go over. Run, same case scenario. You're 148 gain on the run, just extremely flat and fast. So if you want a fast Ironman and a flat Ironman, Ironman Florida is your race to do. That's why I picked it as my number 3 first timer Ironman.
Whistler.
My apologies to the people of Canada. This race is actually called Ironman Canada, not Ironman Whistler. It's just what I tend to call it. It's hosted in Whistler, British Columbia, and is an absolutely gorgeous race. Now, I picked this one as number 2, not because it's fast, not because it's easy, but just off the sheer scale of beauty. And this is a great first-time Ironman if you're looking to go to somewhere beautiful and somewhere different. Lodging is great, and the food is even more amazing. So I recommend this as number 2. Looking at the course, the swim is one of the most gorgeous swims that I've ever done. It's a 2 loop swim in Rainbow Park, and just absolutely gorgeous. Going down to the bike, they just reamped the bike course, and honestly, it's difficult. So if you're going to sign up for this race, just plan on the most gorgeous, difficult bike ride that you've ever ridden. And the run's actually not bad. Pretty minor run, 316 meters gain. It's definitely not easy, but again, just spectacular. Lots of shade, lots of views, and a lot of spectating for your fans. So highly recommend Ironman Canada if you're looking to go somewhere beautiful and somewhere different. And this is why I chose Ironman Canada as number 2 for first timers.
Arizona.
My number 1 pick for first timers is Ironman Arizona. Ironman Arizona is a great course for first timers. End of year race, so you can get all those local races out of the way and get your fitness by the end of the year. Looking at the course, the swim is one of the best swims for spectators. You can walk along the side here, and you can even go across the bridge. There's a bridge here, and they can see you swim the whole time. It's a great spectator swim and a great spectator course. It is only 1 loop on the swim. The bike is 3 loops, which is great for a first timer to see all their fans, and it is a fast course. Now, it's known to be flat. I wouldn't say it's super flat, but it's definitely on the easier side of courses, and just a nice spectator course because you're able to do 3 loops and see your fans multiple times. And then the run is just an awesome spectator course because not only is it 2 loops, but you do these out and backs, and you're able to see so many people, and they just line the course with just tons of spectators, and it's just a party out there. So this is a great course for not only first-time Ironman athletes, but first-time Ironman athletes spectators. I highly recommend Ironman Arizona just due to the fact that it is so spectator friendly, and you need that on your first Ironman. You need that support system. So I recommend signing up early. It does sell out almost immediately, and this is a race you've got to sign up within minutes when it opens.
Okay, so I hope you liked the reviews of those 5. In conclusion, let's be honest. Every Ironman's hard, okay? So my recommendation is pick an Ironman that you're gonna have the most support at. And what I mean by that is other Tri Club members, other athletes you know, or family that can make it to the event. That's gonna be your driving factor. Ironman is very much physical, but a lot of mental toughness is involved. And having that extra support will definitely get you across the finish line. So I recommend doing one that you'll have a lot of support and doing one that is absolutely beautiful. Some of my favorite Ironmans that I ever did were the ones that are just the most gorgeous races in the world. Yes, they were extremely hard, but they were worth every extra minute I was out there on the course enjoying it. All right, you tell us, what was your favorite first time Ironman? Or which Ironmans would you recommend for first timers? We want to hear it. Put a comment below. And if you haven't done so already, and if you'd like, give this video a like, and please subscribe to our channel. We'll see you later.